Special meeting of the Fitchburg Conservation Commission on January 23rd, 2025 at 12 p.m. Thank you very much for those commissioners attending. Let's take a roll of commissioners in attendance. Commissioner Christian?
Here.
Commissioner Donnelly?
Here.
Commissioner Pelletier is not with us today. Commissioner Tantanarowat?
Here.
Commissioner Wallace?
Here.
Commissioner Jacobs? Here. Thank you very much. We are here today to discuss the violation of 46 Sheldon Street. We talked about it a little bit at our meeting a couple of weeks ago. As it turns out, the property owners then contacted Agent Jamie and myself, and we scheduled an updated meeting with an updated wetlands restoration plan. Sorry, Michael, did you get a copy of?
I don't think I have a copy of that.
All right, you can take that one if you want, because I know the plan. They have submitted a narrative of what the restoration is going to entail. It means taking all the pipe out that was placed in the brook. They're going to regrade what we called kind of like a cart road or a haul. It's in the plans as a haul road. It's the road that was created to give them access to that area, not the previous gentleman that owned the property built that road. But a lot of it is gravel, and that gravel is washing into the brook and into the wetland buffer zones. So they're going to be restoring that. The updated date that we have for starting, we had originally planned on February 3rd, but I understand now that the equipment is not going to be available until the 10th, so their restoration plan will begin on February 10th. Again, barring weather, right now they can work with what's out there. They can still remove the pipe and do some of the regrading, even though the ground is slightly frozen. And the end date is still June 1st. Everything will be done by June 1st. The pipes are out, the reshaping of the bank, replanting. We agreed upon 2 detention ponds. That's in the plan that you received this morning, that will be built on that access road. They're going to put in berms to feed the water into the detention pond, which will then mitigate the amount of gravel and sand that's going down into the wetlands. And I'm going to, that's a review. We changed the sequence a little bit. That's on the last page of the restoration plan. Sequence was to work on the haul road first, but we determined that it's probably best to get the pipes out of the channel, then work on the haul road and the detention basins, and then continue with the planting, which now is going to include substantial planting on that haul road. I mean, they're going to scrape that off, put loam back on there, put trees back in, loam, seed, trees, which hasn't been spec'd out yet. They're going to work with Berlin on where that's going to go and how much of the planting in the haul road is going to be done. We're more concerned about the river channel, and that's being done with a mix of wetland plants. And actually, whatever is currently there, they will mimic so that that can be brought back to as close as possible to its original state. Now, this restoration plan was discussed and approved by what's considered our violation subcommittee group 1, which is Commissioner Donnelly, Commissioner Christian. So Commissioner Donnelly, I'll let you comment on the plan and your impressions of what we and expectations for this.
From what I gather, the plan meets my expectations with regard to restoring the stream, and I'm happy with the reception given us by the applicant and the landowner.
Commissioner Christian, your thoughts?
No, I agree. It's been a long time coming, and I think it's pretty much what we wanted.
Yeah, I really don't know at this point we've had some extensive conversations along the way. We detailed out what we wanted. The other thing is that the new landowner wants this also. They're very accepting of putting this back in its natural state. They want to leave it that way, at least for now. So we've been very pleased with the reception of what we're getting. Herlin, do you have any comments? Because you were at the meeting also. So your thoughts and if there's any concerns, or are you comfortable moving forward?
Yeah, I think my original concerns was the dirt road path for the plantings, which I mentioned to all three of you during the meeting. Their plan originally was to leave it as is, but I think the plantings will help. And the 2 detention basins, I think at one point they wanted 3, and I thought that was excessive too. I think the 2 should be suffice. And, you know, for the duration of this project, I will be going out periodically to the site just to make sure everything's going in accordance to the plans that were submitted. But I'm looking forward to this remediation. It's been a long time coming too.
I know Commissioner Christian was concerned about how are they going to get in and access the site. Well, they're going to get in via what we call the farmhouse, which is 112 Sheldon. They have access to that property at that point. So they don't have to access, again, wetlands that are part of 46 at the far left-hand side of the property. They're coming in through 112, and they've made arrangements. The construction sequence that notes the construction entrance that should be modified and made sure that there's, as they egress and drop off equipment and stuff, but they're on residential property. It's all loomed, it's seeded, it's tarred, so we told them they didn't have to do that. They're just going to have to repair the lawn and the tar if they need to, but he's fully aware of that. So we're pleased that they're accessing the site from an area that doesn't impact another wetlands on the site. So that was also something substantial. And for my own personally, I think the same thing. This violation has been in front of the commission since I joined the commission. So it's been quite a while, not a long time, but quite a while. And it was, in place before. We're very pleased with the new owners stepping up, remediating this with this plan that's in front of us, and I would be in favor of going forward and getting this done. So do we have any questions? Commissioner Wallace, any questions? No. Okay. So there being none, I'm looking for, we have to ratify, the full commission has to ratify this plan that was accepted by the violation subcommittee. So I'm looking for a motion and a second to approve the remediation plan as presented. Do I have a motion and a second?
Motion to approve the plans as submitted.
Do I have a second?
Aye.
Okay, second. Let me call the roll. Commissioner Christian?
Aye.
Commissioner Donnelly?
Aye.
Commissioner Tantanarowat?
Aye.
Commissioner Wallace?
Aye.
Commissioner Jacobs? Aye. And if there is no other business or any other questions before us, I'll take a motion and a second to adjourn.
Joyce, what do we have to go back out there?
Herlin is going to set up a schedule. So at that point, once she gets that schedule set up, anytime that she's going, she'll let us know. And if there's anybody that's available that wants to see what's going on with the site, then you'll be able to join her at that time. Okay? Motion and a second to adjourn?
Can we take a look back at the ongoing pursuit of Adams? This is the culmination of that, but where do we stand with our pursuit of Adams? Or did we shift that and stick with the land and not the
The
former owner?
law states that the violation travels with the deed. So as much as everyone would like to have been able to hold the original violator responsible for all of this, which is Mr. Adams, as noted, first of all, he's not, had been trying to track him down for quite some time. So with the banks, so with the city for taxes, I mean, everybody's been chasing this guy forever. But when the deed changed hands, the responsibility for the remediation went with the new owner, and we have now no legal reason to go after, or no legal authority to continue going after Mr. Adams. Now, should the current property owner want to take action against the previous owner? That is to their discretion.
What kind of man-hours and what did it cost us to pursue the violation to date?
I have no idea as far as cost goes.
I can't say cost, but I can let you know off the bat, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14 returned to sender green cards, which are certified mail certificates, that average about $9 a piece, that
Trying to reach out to
go
Mr.
back
Adams.
from, like, I think as early as, I don't even know, there's even emails, stuff here from like 2021. So what I also have is, I also have the recording of the enforcement order that we had to take on, and that was $105. So it's pretty significant amount of cost.
That's what I wanted to know, and it's not included in the resolution.
No, because that is not,
It was our expense. It travels with the property. No, I'm fine with it. We've put this to bed. We voted on
Right.
this.
Right.
And so I just want to circle back and take a look back, and let's prepare for the future.
well, the prepare for the future, Commissioner Darling, I think I can address that a little bit, is this was, and everybody has indicated, a substantial, what would be considered a substantial violation, okay? Let's just call it that. And in the past, things not have moved maybe as quickly as should have been, and action taken as quickly as possible to get this remediated immediately, or even legal action taken back when this first happened. So if there are lessons learned for us here, it is not to let things drag on. Let's stay on top of these things, and if we're at the point where we need to take legal action right off the bat because we're not getting any cooperation with remediating violations, then we move to do that and not delay. And I'm not criticizing anyone that was involved with this originally. There was a lot going on. But if there's anything that we can learn from that, is keep the pressure on and get it done.
Going forward, there are costs incurred to pursue resolution, and let's not brush them aside. Make sure that they're addressed. The costs incurred going after, make sure they're addressed when we solve the problem. That's all.
Okay. Point well taken.
And time, I've been measuring the time that went into it, which is substantially more than the cost of the certified mails.
Yep, exactly. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, now we will entertain a motion to adjourn. And a second?
Motion to adjourn.
And a second. Okay, by voice vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? No. Thank you very much. We are adjourned.